One cold winter evening, a certain 16-year-old girl was at home alone watching TV. Her parents went to a holiday with friends. It had been snowing heavily all day, but the girl felt good and cozy sitting on the sofa in the living room, wrapped in a warm woolen blanket. By midnight, her parents had not yet returned, and she began to feel uneasy. She didn't want to call them, lest they think she couldn't take care of herself. The TV was in the corner of the room next to a large window. She was watching another movie when out of the corner of her eye she noticed something moving in the window. In the darkness, among the falling snow, she made out the figure of a man walking towards her. As he approached she could see his face. It was covered in scars, and its lips were stretched into a sinister smile. Frightened, the girl froze, not daring to move. The man just stood and silently looked at her through the glass. Then he suddenly reached into his coat pocket and pulled out something. It was a knife. Unable to stand it, the girl grabbed the phone from the table by the sofa, dialed the police number, and held her breath, waiting for an answer. "There's a man standing outside my window," she whispered, never taking her eyes off the creepy visitor. "He has a knife. Please come quickly. My address." She sat motionless as the minutes passed one after the other. The man outside the window was still standing and looking straight at her. Eventually, the girl heard a siren outside, and the police started knocking on the door. The girl rushed to the front door, letting the police in. They told her that they did not see anyone near the house and did not find any traces. "It can't be," said the girl, pointing to the window. "He was just standing there when you knocked. You couldn't help but notice it." "That's impossible," said the officer. "There was no one, and the snow remained untouched. With such snow, even if someone had recently been there, he would have left distinct footprints. But I saw it with my own eyes." The girl insisted. "You know, your eyes can play a cruel joke on you," the officer chuckled. "Maybe you watch too many films." The police were about to leave when suddenly one of the officers noticed something was wrong. He frowned and walked around the sofa where the girl was sitting. There were wet footprints and a thrown knife on the carpet behind the sofa. "You didn't see the man outside the window," the officer said. "You were looking at his reflection. All this time he was standing 2 steps behind you."